Hello and welcome to 7 Days Console Edition. Yes, I'm actually on the console. I'm using a controller and everything. So the whole idea for this series is, it's a bit of a beginner's guide, surviving the first week of the game. I'm going to take you through, in 7 episodes, the first 7 days of the game, right up to your first Horde night. For settings for this one, I've just left everything on default, so I encourage you to do the same if you're a new player. We're going to start with pre-gen 06K1 if you're wanting to select the same one. 6K map is a perfectly reasonable size, so sounds good to me. So we don't even need to look at the settings, we know it's all default. Let's just start. Alright, so when it's finished loading, you click ready to spawn into the world, and here we go. And we are in. And oh my goodness, I can see Wasteland like right there. We're right on top of the Wasteland. Back away, back away. Not advisable to be in the Wasteland, guys. That's an interesting starting point, isn't it? So I will just quickly say to my regular viewers or veteran players, I am going to be taking this slower than I normally would. And I am going to be explaining a lot of what I'm doing as I'm going. After this series, I'll be back to my normal self, just kind of, rushing through the game as best I can. But for this series, we're going to take it slow and explain, for the new players, how it all works. So we can see straight away we've got tutorial, challenge, open challenges window. We do that by pressing circle. I'm on PS5, and the challenges is this little trophy. Let's click on that, and we redeem it. This opens up the basics of survival quest line, basically. Now, you can see these little sprites on the screen, these little hammers and bricks. These locate the resources you require. So that was wood. This is wood. It's all wood, it seems, but it's all useful. And I've got to say, guys, I'm really impressed with how a console looks and runs. Seems to be running really well, and it looks, very much just like the PC version. Console finally seems to be on par with PC. Now, I myself am a console player. I started my 7 Days to Die journey on console. The only reason I ended up on PC is because I just couldn't wait anymore, and I wanted to play the new updates. I bought a gaming PC just for 7 Days to Die. That's how much of a fan I am of the game. Yeah, I started on console, so I'm really excited to get back into it. Even using the controller feels okay. Okay, so you can loot things by pressing triangle. You get a little loot timer counting down, and you can either just shift click by clicking your right analog stick in like that, or you can take all by clicking the left stick, like so. So we want stone. This is a stone. Press triangle to pick up. I think it's Y on Xbox. We'll be needing those later. We've already got all the wood we need, so now just stone, and now it's just plant fibers, which is easy enough. We're literally surrounded by them everywhere. It's now asking me to craft a tool, so we press circle, stone axe. Now this is interesting, you hold triangle and you get the shortcuts. Press up and you can craft it. So can you see how I press triangle, it appears and disappears? So I get my shortcuts that way. That's pretty interesting. It's different from how it used to be. This note from the Duke of Navezgane or whatever, in this version of the game, it does nothing, you can just toss it out. I personally like to have my first aid, drink and food on the right hand side of my belt. And I like my weapons and tools on the left hand side. Something like this for now. So we need to harvest wood and stone. Roger that. Look at that, meant to be, we've got wood and stone right next to each other. Now it says you only need to harvest 10 wood. I personally am going to harvest the whole tree just because we're going to need this wood. There's no point just harvesting part of a tree, So let's go the whole hog. Or the whole tree, in this case. If we see a bird's nest early game, guys, we're just going to grab it. The eggs and the feathers are going to be very useful early on. We want to then find a stone like this again. Let's just harvest the whole thing. Same goes for trash piles. That can have all sorts of good resources in early game. It's got lead on this occasion, which isn't great, but it can have wood, stone, clay. So next thing, we're going to craft our primitive outfit. We do that with plant fibers and wood. Hold triangle, do the shortcut, and we're going to wear that. I'm just going to get a bit more plant fiber here, just so we can also craft the boots and the mask and so on, just because it's all armor, and anything that helps us take a hit is great early game. So primitive hood, primitive gloves, primitive shoes. If you press triangle over it, that's 8.1 armor rating, 7.98, so really useful stuff to have on early game. And if you want to see what your character looks like, click on this little icon here, character. And as you can see, we look very, very cool. We now need to craft a wooden club. Bring that down. If you just look at your crafting menu, it always gives you the next thing in line for the quest. And craft arrows. So I'm going to do all but one. The reason I'm going to leave one is so we can keep one feather, so it all stacks there. And interestingly, we've got lockable slots here, so we're just going to lock these slots by pressing that padlock up there, then clicking on the ones we want to lock. And now, these will stay in this place no matter what I do, so that's really handy. We now need to redeem our rewards, the best bit of all. Let's click on this, and we're going to click redeem, redeem, redeem. Oh, I love that sound. Redeem rewards is complete. And we have trade direct quite a distance away, it's got to be said. Now, we are going to spend some skill points straight away. Now, I know everyone's a bit different, but I personally would recommend, for your first playthrough anyway, go in strength and doing a club run. And always putting 2 points into strength and 2 points into pummel beat. Now, I think I can hear a vulture because we're near the wasteland, so let's start running this way. We'll stop for any trash bags, any loot piles, duffel bags, anything like that along the way. Birds' nests, of course. You sprint by holding in the left analog stick, by the way. And you can keep an eye on your stamina at the bottom left there. Now, chances are that's a military camp, so we want to give that a wide berth if you see one of those guys. Reason for that is they likely have landmines outside them. Oh, it's actually a checkpoint. Okay, not a military base, that's fine. Let's search this. We got a potato. Look here's. Now, I am running past things like ores and stuff. We're going to cover all that later. One thing I think is worth picking up early game, if you see a lot of it together, is cotton. Reason for that is, if you get your cotton here, recipes, you can turn that into cloth. And cloth is used for duct tape, it's used for bandages. It's basically a really good resource. So if you find yourself near a lot of cotton, definitely worth harvesting. And these things here, these are tree stumps. If we bash on this, there's a chance to get honey. Doesn't always work, as you can see. It's quite a low chance, actually. But always worth stopping and hitting them, because honey can cure infections. And we've got 5 bones from that bone pile, which is significant. Again, if we come to recipes, craft a bone knife. That allows us to bleed zombies and also harvest bones a bit more efficiently. Here's our first zombie encounter. This is Yo. Left click on the left trigger is a power attack. If they fall over, that generally represents half hit points. We can regular attack with the right trigger. If you want to know how to use the bow, you aim with left. You can reload by tapping square, and then it's left trigger to aim down sides, right trigger to shoot. Pretty much the same as any game, I think, that. I would just take it off for now. I think she sees me. If we crouch with the right analog stick, click that in, we can sometimes get sneak bonus damage. Didn't work on that occasion, because she could see me. Well, looks like we're near town now. Hope it's a town anyway. Give me a bow. Obviously, you want to aim for the head where possible. Beautiful. Right, here's Trade Direct. Oh, I quite like this. This is like a grand entrance almost. Or we could turn it into something like that. Right, let's craft some building blocks. Yeah, let's do all 76, in fact. But these are useful, obviously, for nerd polling. If you want to know what nerd polling is, look down, hold down L2, and tap X. And you can just build yourself up like this. We are going to take care of this zombie. Nice, couple of shots. We are going to cut down a couple of trees and just get something basic set up for our base here. Here we are completing challenges. We'll look at that later. Let's just get one more tree here. Now, full disclosure, I would normally just throw some loot down outside the trader and not worry about a base for the first few days, but probably a good idea to, get into good habits here. So, yeah, let's use this as like a kind of center point. I like that. Yeah, we'll do it right up this gravel path here. Perfect. We go 1. We set 1 there, 1 there, leave 2 spaces, 1 there, leave 2 spaces, 1 there, 2 spaces, 1 there, 2 spaces. You get the idea. Bird nests in my way. And we can even have one in the middle there. What we're going to do is we're going to build up Another 4 blocks, so it'll be 5 high. So you can see what we're doing here. We're just building a nice little... Ooh, a hay bale could come in handy, actually. Yeah, we're building a nice little... a safe area. Just to keep our stuff. And we'll probably just expand this over time and keep this as our main base. It's always handy to have a base right by the traders. There we go, this will be plenty big enough. What we're going to do is we're going to just upgrade this 1 block here, so we can just put a wooden storage crate down for now. Obviously we'll upgrade all of this at some point, but just so that's not in danger of collapsing. And then, because we locked those slots earlier, everything else can just get chucked in there for now, as you can see. Pretty handy. Land on this. I think we'll keep that around. Ah, this is interesting. Okay, so press square and go to shape, and this is how you select your shapes. Okay. Rotate with our trigger, right trigger. And that should be plenty high enough for us to jump up. Press square. Well, actually what we can do is we can look at this here. Press square. Copy shape. And there you go. And copy the shape right back. Upgrade a couple of blocks here. Just so this isn't in immediate danger of collapsing. We'll just do the bare basic necessities for now. Grab this rubbish. Nice, you see that? That was wood in there. All good stuff. So this is Trade Direct. Now his compound will have a lot of good looting. Things like this. So this is a magazine. You can use this. And these magazines, you come to skills. Crafting skills, and you can see here, because we've read a vehicle magazine, it says 2 of 100. After 5, we can craft a bicycle and wheels. After 20, we can craft a mini bike and so on. And it goes for everything here. So armor, robotics, you know. What we'll be interested in is shotguns in this run probably, because we're doing strength and clubs. So as you can see, we need 1 more club magazine in order to craft a level 2 club. Things like that. This is the forge. It has a guaranteed forge ahead book, as you can see here. Now we've unlocked the dew collector, which is how we can gather water easily. And forge steel in the workbench, that's pretty nice, isn't it? Cement mixer should also have a forge ahead magazine for us. It does, and some concrete, wow. And here's a chem station. And another forge ahead. That's not guaranteed in there, so that's really nice. And there's some cotton, which we can turn into cloth. Wonderful. Now, I will warn you, if you haven't played before or for a long time, Trade Direct here, he's not the friendliest guy.
If you break it, you buy it.
If you say so, Rect. So let's press triangle.
That smirk off your face.
So he's going to give us a stone shovel, which we're going to complete. Then he gives us a job to go and do.
Look, blockhead.
Gives us introduction to buried supplies for one quest here. You can also see his inventory by clicking on here. And as you can see, he tends to specialize. Oh, he's got honey, so that's good. We're getting a bit of a pinch with that. But yeah, he's got like forge ahead magazines and stuff. He's got a cooking pot for sale, which we will need at some point. You know, water, armor.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, that's a quick overview of that. Right, if we try and prioritize, obviously I'm going really slow here because I'm just trying to make sure that we're covering off everything. We can just jump up this ladder here. Quick stack everything in there. We can get a quick way down here. Beautiful. Oh, there's a zombie. Best not to fight him in the ditch. Always better to fight him flat ground. So this quest is actually quite far away. So if we open a crafting menu, we can go to the map here. L2 to zoom out. You can see the buried supplies are just there. These cop cars, it says locked. Don't break it open with a stone axe, whatever you do. Open it with a lockpick if you can. If you open it with a stone axe, an alarm will go off that is likely going to call in some feral zombies, which would kill anybody at this early game stage. And remember, always stop for those birds' nests and trash piles. Right, we're over at the quest. A quick look around, make sure there's no zombies. Okay. We have to stay within 25 meters of it. So we're just going to do regular attacks using the right trigger. You dig within the circle. The circle actually shrinks after, I think, 10 swings. So it gets easier the longer you're doing it. You see that? That shrinks, so we're getting closer to the treasure. Treasure's probably right in the middle for this first one. And there it is. So it's a food stash. We search it. It's given us a sham sandwich and murky water, rotten flesh, and the supplies. So once we take this, the zombie will spawn, so always leave yourself a way out like I have there. Oh, no zombie spawn. Oh no, there she is, okay. So it spawned one zombie. And we took her out. Right, let's run back. This zombie here, this is the thug. He actually hits pretty hard. And he tends to have a few more hit points than some of the others, just be warned. And this one here, this is Steve. No honey, some easy wood here. And these actually give pipes. Pipes are useful. Alright, 5 pipes is plenty for now. We are running a bit low in time here. Alright, we're thirsty. So we've got a bottle of water here. We can drink this by pressing R2, I think. I just pressed. You can also see your food and water. They're kind of thin green bars, your food, underneath your tool belt. And the thin blue bar is your water. Right, so we come back to the trader. Let's speak to him. So this gives us options about what we want to take. We're going to go with a pipe machine gun bundle because that's just the best thing there. Then we can see his jobs, and he's got normal ones again. He's got a fetch actually really close.
To do if you don't mind getting you better.
Just realised something else I should have done as well. Get 10 plant fibre here quickly. Plant fibre is literally everywhere. We need to make a bedroll, don't we? Craft that. So we can shift click this down to our tool belt. Let's get that there. We can open up this. This gives us a quality 1 pipe, machine gun, and 15 rounds. That's pretty good. Let's lock that ammo in place. And that's everything else in there now. So I just used that one to stack everything else. And it kept all these in place. We do need a cooking pot, so hopefully this next place will have one for us. If not, we'll be okay. Man, this guy's everywhere, isn't he? One shot, though. As well, we can look at our challenges here and see if we can get a cheeky little skill point. Oh, yeah, look at all these. Okay, we'll look at them in a minute. Oh, there's a chance for dogs. POI such as this. I'll introduce you to what I call the cheese stick. Let's put it here. A friend of mine named the Epic Spire christened it this. If we just upgrade these blocks here and leave a way up diagonally, we can use that to our advantage later. I'll see if we get an opportunity to show you what I mean. We need to repair our stone axe. There we go. Highlight it, pressing triangle, and here's a zombie. Okay. You can dig up all these resources, but I'm not too bothered about that right now. What I am bothered about is seeing what sort of zombie we get here. Okay. Just a few regulars. Okay, I'm watching my stamina, so I know when I can right click, when I can left click. Oh, there's a doghouse there, which is worrying. Let's leave a little stairway up here. In case we need to make a mad dash for it. Things like this give you polymers. Which are useful. And then we can see the fetch item on the compass there. It's in that building. So, most of these POIs have a kind of path that you need to follow. Well, there's a vitamin, that's handy. Alright, just got a janitor. We had his number. Again, I'm not stopping for everything because I'm more concerned. Yeah, there's a zombie up here. There we go. More concerned about finishing the quest right now. Right, down you come, girl. Come on. Nice, skill point. Bit of food as well. Alright, so this is going to spawn a bunch of zombies on us. Like so. Now we want to see what they are first of all. So we've got Arlene, Steve, and Joe. Ah, first hit taken. If we come around here, follow that. There's our satchel. Right, well worth searching coolers for things like that. We are in desperate need of food and drink, and we're going to search all these shelves. We're going to try and be quick, because it is coming up for 8 PM. We're just going to, yes, murky water. Some pipes there, that's good. Might be missing a couple of shells, but it's fine. Duct tape, handy. More pipes. We love it. Here's a cash register. 4 dukes in. Business was not good. And here's a medical journal, so we read this, and it helps us unlock things like first aid bandages down the line. Speaking of, here's a poppin' pills box. Oh, there's a honey and a first aid bandage. That's a really good box. Grab this, some 7.62, and this is the main loot right here. It's a first aid kit, some crossbow bolts, and a bunker buster mod. I'm glad we got a mod, actually, because I can show you this now. If we press modify on the stone axe there, we can put this bunker buster on, and this bunker buster does 25% more damage against stone. Isn't that cool? Yeah, unfortunately no cooking pot to be had here. Bones and rotten flesh are important as well. We'll grab that. 20:30 right now. 8:30 PM. Probably just got time to run back. Let's quickly read this. Buy more silver and loot, okay. And let's eat this dog food. Get out of our way.
Damn. Well, you proved me wrong.
So batter up's really good. 10% more damage with clubs. We've got a crafting skill magazine. We've got 2 grilled meat. It might have to be the meat, you know. These are all really good. Let's just take the meat, because we haven't seen any animals yet, and we don't want to starve. We can take a job for tomorrow. He's got a really close clear zombies.
I've got work to do if you don't mind. It's a deal.
We have 100 dukes. Yeah, the cooking pot was like 600, so unfortunately, no day 1 cooking pot. You generally find them from sinks and cupboards and stuff like that. Let's press this button, throw everything in. Let's take the grilled meat and the Red Sea, because we want to use them, and the chili probably. What we're going to do here is, rather than just hiding overnight, we're going to be productive. There's a lovely little ditch here with some pre-dug clay. So we're going to just dig down right here. We've got food and drink on us. We're going to be fine. So we're just going to dig like this. Oh yeah, we had a skill point. So I'm going to spend this particular skill point in strength on -69er. And this gives us more block damage and better stamina use for mining. So that's what we need right now, isn't it? So I'm digging the one in front of me, then the one up. So this is directly in front of me, digging that. And I'm digging the one kind of down. And this is letting me go down in a kind of diagonal fashion. Okay, we should be able to seal ourselves in here. Like so. And just dig down. The night does spawn feral zombies, so the further down we can get, the better for us. It's 2 AM. As you can see, I've already gathered 2,118 stone. This is just destroyed stone that I crafted to patch up an area where I made a mistake up there. As you can see, I've come quite far down. Let's get the torch. Look at that. So just a bit of grinding, bit of focus, overnight, just chill out and start mining. Now the reason I've stopped is because I'm thirsty. I've got a bottle of water there that I might drink in a minute, but I thought it was a good opportunity, and generally this is a good time to do it, to come to our challenge menu. So let's see here. So craft bedroll, we've done that, redeem it. Craft building blocks, redeem it. And as you can see, we're getting 100 XP for these. That was place building blocks, this is upgrade building blocks. This is place storage container. Next, we need to place a torch, which we can do right away by left clicking there, or left trigger. Then it's upgrade to cobblestone, place a spike trap, and craft a land claim. Okay, well, let's craft. Let's click recipes and come here, land claim block. So we can craft a land claim block there, it just costs 5 stone. Then we come to wood, recipes, spike, craft that. And then we have the clay as well, which is another great reason to do the buried supplies and do this. Let's just turn all this into cobble. We're going to need it. Okay. I wouldn't advise going up. I would personally stay underground, but in the name of engaging content, let's have a look at this. Let's stick the land claim block there. Sure, we can place a spike right here. As long as I remember it's there. And then upgrade a block to cobble. My pleasure. Do this one right here. It's actually... There's a big tourist over there. Be a problem. Yeah, as useful as this thing is, we probably need to move it. We're doing zombies standing on it. Remember, our loot's sitting up here, so we want this to be all protected. At least like this for now. So cobble is just the next level up from wood. And there's another skill point. Beautiful. If we come back here, we can now redeem, craft land claim, redeem, place spike trap, redeem, upgrade to cobble. There's a couple of others we've done as well. We spent a skill point, apparently that's advanced. We've killed zombies, 5 of them. Got 500 XP for some of these. We've read a magazine. We've met Trader Rect for 500 XP. We've completed a quest. And then there is another tab as well, which we've done a couple on here as well. Gather stone. So because we've put the effort in to grind some stone, we got rewarded with that XP challenge early game. And also, we got 5,000 XP because we spawned right next to the wasteland. Obviously, you wouldn't normally have that. And that takes us pretty much perfectly right up to the end here. So I'm going to have a look here. Yeah, we've got like no wood. So we do need more storage down. We need to upgrade all this base. I think the start of next episode, we get this base sorted out. And then we'll have a day of questing and try and get a cooking pot. That's the plan. So thank you very much for joining me. Really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do let me know by leaving a like down below. Subscribe if you do want to see more. I'll do a full, 7 episodes of this series to survive the first week. And if I've missed anything, or is there something you don't understand, or you have a general question, please ask in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Have a good one. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.